Right, just upgrade the soldiers. Well, my brother is safe home. I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to university outside Calradia. That way, if he gets knocked on the head in a street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. Oh, less compassionate. But that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. The money is most welcome, and I am glad to have been of service. Good. Now, are you interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you that the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across frontiers, decided to borrow some money from a sponsor to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realise that great profit only comes with great risk. So he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities, and of course his caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems our captain turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I'd do the same if, heaven forbids, I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, any watch captain worth his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll to inform on the rest, but our captain decides to employ these bastards wholesale. He brings them into their town, lets them do as they will, and takes a share of their take. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? Well, in the unfortunate land of Calradia, sometimes gamekeepers will turn poacher. Luckily, there are still a few brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Now, here's my plan. I could bring this to the attention of King Graveth, Lord of the city, but that would mean an inquiry, my word against the captain's. Witnesses can be bought and evidence destroyed, or maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again, and all I'll get for my trouble is a knife in the ribs. In a time of war, you see, a king's eye wanders far from his domain and his subjects suffer. So I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk together, some men in my employ and some others who've lost relatives to these bandits, and we'll storm the captain's home and bring him in chains before King Graveth, hopefully with a few captured bandits to explain how things stack up. All I need now is someone to lead my little army into battle, and I can't think of anyone better than you. So what do you say? How do I know you're telling me the truth? Oh well, I suppose it's possible I found a dozen bandits who were willing to give their lives to a passing stranger of a false impression of life in old Jellicala. Well, I guess you can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned by now that my money is good. If there's another 100 dinars or maybe a bit more that's waiting for you if you'll do me this last little favour. So what do you say? Alright, I'll lead your men. Splendid. It's been a long time since I staked so much on a single throw of the dice, and frankly, I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? Yes, give them the sign. Good. Now strike hard, strike fast, and the captain and his henchmen won't know what hit them. May the heavens be with you. You leave the tavern and go out to the streets. Nervous-looking young men are waiting in every street corner. You can see they have daggers and clubs concealed under their clothes, and catch a mixture of fear, anticipation, and pride in the quick looks they throw at you as you pass by. Praying that your enemies have not been alarmed by this all too obvious bunch of plotters, you check your weapons for one last time and prepare yourself for the action ahead. Alright, here we go. It's Tobias time. Be nice if I had my weapon out. Right, it's time, lads. Up and at him. See, we've got a peasant woman against 3 armed leaders. These the merchant Jellicala's men, are they? Oh. Steady on there, fella. You could have hurt me there. The remaining few bandits scatter off to the town's narrow alleys, only to be hunted down one by the angry townsfolk. Making sure that your victory is complete and all the wounded have been taken care of, you and the merchant head to his house and review the day's events. Ah, well done. I saw at least 3 of the enemy go down before you. Keep fighting like that and you'll make quite a name for yourself in this land. Unfortunately, about 8 of my lads got themselves wounded. I should go look on them. I should go look on them. Let every villain learn to fear the name Lord Stephen Tobias. Yes, now a couple of my boys have the watch captain pinned down in a back room with a knife at his throat. I'll need to go drag him before King Graveth and explain what this breach of the peace is all about. You don't need to be a part of that though. I'll tell you what, if all goes well, I'll meet you in the tavern again shortly and let you know how it all came out. But if you don't see me in the tavern, but instead see my head on a spike over the city gate, I'll assume you know enough to stay out of town for a while and forget this whole episode ever happened. So, hopefully we'll meet again. Good luck, brave merchant of Jelkala. Well, he's not dead yet. Lord Stephen Tobias. Things didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. King Graveth couldn't quite find it in him to overlook my little breach of the peace. Oh, he's grateful enough that I got rid of his crooked captain. A guard who'll let bandits in will let an enemy army in, if the price is right, but he can't exactly have me running around here as a lasting reminder of his failure to take care of things himself. That hardly seems fair. Fair? This is Calradia, my boy. Kings do what they will, and the rest of us do what they must. He didn't string me up and instead gave me time to sell my properties, even put in a word with the other merchants that they best pay me a fair price too. That's gracious enough as kings go. But he's a weak king, as they all are here, and weak kings must always look to their authority first. And justice second. I suppose I'd do the same in his shoes. Anyway, I wouldn't go rubbing your part in this affair in King Graveth's face, but he's taken note of you and decided that you're not worth hanging. And that's something to which I'll raise my glass any day of the week. He might even have work for you further down the road. Or you can sell your spear to one of his competitors. Anyway, I hope you've learned a bit about what it will take to stay alive in this troubled land, and I suspect that the money you've earned won't go to waste. Good luck. Good luck to you as well, sir. And that concludes the first mission.